So right now you must be knowing that I'm shooting this video in 2021. So in 2021 it's a COVID time and all the IT offices are like shut down, right? They are facing shutdown. So in month of April, probably April 2021, the IT offices are going to reopen again. Okay. Now, while reopening the offices, there are few conditions that IT companies are planning to put. Okay, because they don't want to allow all the employees at the same time. All right. So employees need to follow some conditions according to days in the week. Okay, so there are some conditions that companies are going to put on the employees and they need to follow those conditions. Okay, and the employees, those who are allowed on particular day, can come to that day in the office. All right, so this is the thing. So let's see. I mean, we have 5 working days for IT, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we have different people of different age groups. So these are few young people. Then we can have some middle age and like some very adult people, like the people who are having age more than 50 or something. Okay, and some middle aged people again we can have. Okay, so what company is doing? Company is dividing their employees in the following age groups. Okay, so it is dividing the employees in age groups like 23 to 30. This is the first age group, so I can say that these are the young people. Then it is dividing people which are in kind of, I can say, middle age, not too young, not too old. So that is 30 to 35 family people. And then we have 35 to 50. Okay, these are some middle-aged people. And finally we have some old people, that is 50 to 60 age group. Okay, and we don't have employees above 60 because then 60 is the retirement period. So yes, we have these age groups, that is 23 to 30 first group, 30 to 35 second group, then 35 to 50 third group, and finally 50 to 60 is the last group. Okay, now let's see what are the conditions on Monday. Okay, who can come on Monday in the office? Okay, so if we go to Monday, then let's see what are the restrictions on Monday. So the employees between age group 20 and 30 are allowed on Monday. Okay, so if you are an employee and if your age is between 23 to 30, then you are allowed. Okay, then male employees between age group 30 to 35 are allowed. So if you are in age group 30 to 35 and you are a male, then you are allowed, and rest of the employees are not allowed. Okay, so this is the condition on Monday. Let's see what is the condition on Tuesday. So on Tuesday the condition is employees between age group 20 to 30 are allowed, then employees between age group 35 to 50 are allowed. Okay, so all the employees between 22 to 30 and 35 to 50 are allowed, and other employees are not allowed. Okay, so on Wednesday, employees between age group 23 to 30 are allowed. Then employees between age group 30 to 35 are also allowed, and employees between age group 50 to 60 are allowed. Okay, so these 3 age groups are allowed on Wednesday, and other employees are not allowed. Now, see, don't take this example seriously. This is just an arbitrary example, imaginary example. No company will do such rubbish rules, alright? So, because it makes no sense of calling so many employees on Wednesday. And actually, whenever they call old employees, on that day there should not be much employees in the office, because these young group people, they usually go around different places and they may spread virus to the elder people who are more prone to the virus. Okay, so this is not going to happen in reality, but this is just an example for coding perspective. Let's see what is the restriction on Thursday. On Thursday, female employees between age group 35 to 30 to 35 are allowed. Employees between age group 35 to 50 with age value as a prime number are allowed. Okay, so 35 to 50 prime number age value employees are allowed, and then employees between age group 35 to 50 with age value other than prime number are allowed first half of the day only. Okay, so if the age is 35 to 50 and the age value is not prime number, then they are allowed only for the first half of the day. Okay, and other employees are not allowed. This is the condition for Thursday. And let's see what is the condition for Friday. Friday, all the employees are allowed. Okay, so let's quickly go to our code editor and let's quickly write these conditions in our code editor. So I have a screen ready where I have written all these conditions that we just saw in this animation. So I have written all these conditions on the code editor. So accordingly, we'll start coding. Okay, so on my editor screen, you can see I have written all the conditions that we have discussed or we have seen in the animation. Okay, so on Monday we have condition, on Tuesday we have different condition, and so on. Okay, and let me also tell you what are the age groups that we have. Okay, so we have the age group that is 23 to 30. This is the first age group. Then we have 30 to 35 age group. We have 35 to 50 age group, and then we have 50 to 60 age group. So these are the age groups that are planned by the management team of the company. Okay, now what I am planning, I am planning to write a code which will ask the user for his age and for his gender, and when he will enter his age and his gender, our code will show him on which days he can come to the office. Okay, it's very simple. He just have to enter his age and his gender, and our code will show him on which day he can come to the office. Okay, so this is the intention of writing this code. So let's start with it. This is gonna be interesting. So let's write main function. Let's create a variable for taking his gender. So I'm creating a character variable. Okay, so gender can have two values. Either it can be small m, that is for male, and small f for female. Okay, so let me put it in comments. Okay, and let's take its input from the user. So let me ask user to enter his gender. All right, and then I'll see in. Okay, we have forgotten to add headers. Let's include them. Okay, so we have his gender now similarly, let's input his age. So let me declare a variable of integer type, then let's take his age. Cool, so now we have his gender and his age. Okay, so now we will start with our code. Okay, so at beginning we'll test whether whatever input he is putting, whatever age he is putting, whether it is correct or not. Okay, so now to check whether he is entering the correct age and correct age values and correct gender values or not, I will write one if statement. So let's see what should be the age ideally. So his age that he is entering, it should be greater than or equal to 23. Okay, correct, the age should be greater than or equal to 23, and the age that he is going to enter should be less than or equal to 60. Okay, so the age that he is going to enter should be greater than 23, because we don't have any age group for people less than 23. That means we don't have an employee who has less than 23. That means if someone is entering age less than 23, then he is kind of invalid for our system. Okay, similarly his gender should be either male or should be either female. Okay, I will put it in brackets. Okay, this is how I am constructing the condition for if. See, the age should be greater than 23 and it should be less than 60, less than equal to 60, and the gender should be either m or female. It should not be something else. Okay, so in this way, this is the condition for our if. So if this if condition satisfies, that means the user is valid. Okay, otherwise I'll write an else statement. So here we write Okay, because if the user is not entering correct value, then he's going to be alien for our system. Okay, all right. So now we have his age value. We have also validated whether he is entering correct age or not. So let's check. Let's first check our system whether it is working correctly or not. Okay. So before writing the entire code, let's first test this much. Okay. So here I'll just for right now for just checking, I'll write cout correct user. Okay. So let's see. Let me clear the terminal. Let's all okay. The name of my file is code3.cpp. All right, we are getting an error. So where is the error? It is over here. Let's compile it again. It got compiled. Let's clear it and let's run this now. Now it will ask me for gender. Let's enter a valid gender, that is male, and let's enter a valid age between the valid range, that is 23 to 60. So if I enter like 58, then it is saying us that correct user. Let's enter female and age as 60. Then also it is correct user. Let's enter like male with age 10. Then it is an alien, right? And let's enter gender as suppose something like X and age as 78 or age as suppose 25. Then also it is giving us you seem to be an alien. So these conditions are working perfectly fine. I hope you have understood how we have constructed this condition. See, the valid values for the gender are either M or F, right? So if the gender is either M or F, then it is valid. So that's why we have enclosed these two conditions in parentheses, and then we have appended all these conditions with AND operator. Okay, so AND is a logical AND operator. That means all these things should be correct to go inside this if statement. Okay, so now once we have entered in this if statement, let's for each and every age group, let's start printing on which day they can come to the office. So let's start with the first age group, that is if the age is greater than 23, or I'll say greater than equal to 23, and age is less than, the first age group is 23 to 30, so less than 30. So if this user comes to our system, so let's see on what day we can allow him. Let's first check for Monday. Are we going to allow him on Monday? So you can see employees between age group 23 and 30 are allowed on Mondays. So he is allowed on Monday. So here I will just print cout, because the user is allowed on Monday, right? Let's check whether he is allowed on Tuesday. Yes, he is allowed on Tuesday as well. So let's print Tuesday over here. Let's check whether he is allowed on Wednesday. Yes, he is also allowed on Wednesday. So let's print Wednesday here. Now let's check whether he is allowed on Thursday. No, then he is not allowed on Thursday, because employees with age group 23 to 30 are not allowed on Thursday. Is he allowed on Friday? The answer is yes, he is allowed on Friday, because on Friday all the employees are allowed. So let's print Friday. Yes, so we are good with age group 23 to 30. Now let's go for the next age group. So if the user comes, else if his age is greater than or equal to 30, so I'll write if age is greater than or equal to 30 and age is less than 35. So if the user comes to our system and he's from this category, so we need to again print whether he is allowed or not. So see, on Monday whether he is allowed, yes he is allowed, but only if his gender is male. Okay, so I'll print Monday, but for Monday there is another condition, that is if his gender is equal to male, then only he is allowed, right? All right, let's check whether he is allowed on Tuesday. So on Tuesday employees between age 35 to 50 are allowed, but 30 to 35 are not allowed. On Wednesday, yes, on Wednesday they are allowed. So on Wednesday he can come to the office. Let's check for the Thursday. Thursday employees between age group 35 to 50 with age value as prime number are allowed. Okay, sorry. here we are considering 30 to 35. Right now we are discussing 30 to 35 range. Yes, so on Thursday only female employees between age group 30 to 35 are allowed. Okay, so on Thursday they are allowed, but only if they are female employees. See, this condition states that female employees between age 30 to 35 are allowed. Okay, so if the gender is female, then and then only they can come to office on Thursday. Okay, let's check whether they are allowed on Friday. Yes, because all employees are allowed on Friday. Alright, so now we are good with the age group 30 to 35. Okay, let's go to the next age group, that is, let's write another else if. So else if the age, if it is greater than equal to 35 and age is less than what it is going to be 50. Okay, this is the next group that we have, and finally we have the last group. So I'll put it in else only, because if we cover all the groups, then by default the people who are going to left are going to be of the age 50 to 60, right? Yes, so now let's deal with this age group, that is 35 to 50. Let's see on what day they are allowed. They are not allowed on Monday, they are allowed on Tuesday. Yes, so on Tuesday they can come to the office. Okay, so they can come to office on Tuesday. Let's check for the Wednesday. Can they come to office on Wednesday? The answer is yes, they can come to office on Wednesday. So we'll print Wednesday as well in their case. Now let's check whether they can come to office on Thursday. So the employees between age group 35 to 50 with age value as prime number are allowed on Thursday. Okay, so they can come to office on Thursday only if their age value is a prime number. Okay, so let's see, their age is going to be between 35 to 50. So let's see what are the prime numbers between 35 to 50. Okay, I want you to answer this. So the prime numbers between 35 to 50 are going to be 41 is the first prime number, I guess, in 35 to 50, because 35, 36, 37 is also a prime number. So yes, the first prime number is 37. Then we have 41. Then we also have 43. Then we have 47. Yes, I guess these four are the prime number in the range 35 to 50. 37, 38, 39 are not the prime number. 40 is also not prime number. 41 is the prime number. 42 is not prime number. 43 is prime. Then 44, 45, 46 are not prime numbers. 47 is prime because we can't divide it by any number. And then 48, 49. What about 49? 49 seems to be a prime number. Okay, so I'll right now consider it as a prime. Okay, if you if it is not prime, then you can take it out of the list. Okay, so these five are prime numbers in 35 to 50 range. So if the age is either 37 or if the age is either 41 or if the age is either 43 or the age is either 47 or the age is either 49. So if the age is like any value between these range, then he can come to the office on Thursday. Okay, so if the age is 37, 41, 43 or 47 or 49, then he can come to the office on Thursday. Okay, now let's check for the on Thursday we have one more condition for the 35 to 50 group. So employees between age group 35 to 50 with age value other than prime number are allowed on the first of the half of the day. Okay, so if we have an employee whose age value is not prime number, then he can come to office on Thursday, but only for the first half. So it's very simple, right? We'll write else statement for this if. Yes, for this if we'll write a else statement, and in this we'll print Thursday first half. Cool, it's simple, because if the age value is not prime number, then he will not go inside this if statement, so he will basically come to this else statement and he will be allowed on Thursday for the first half. And finally, let's check for Friday. Friday all the employees are allowed, so we'll put Friday over here. Okay, cool. And finally, let's deal the employees with age group between 50 to 60. Now, are they allowed on Monday? No. Are they allowed on Tuesday? No. Are they allowed on Wednesday? Yes, they are allowed on Wednesday. So let's put Wednesday in their case. Are they allowed on Thursday? Oh no, they are not allowed on Thursday. And on Friday, yes, they are allowed. So on Friday, they can come to the office. Okay. Now, so this is the code. Okay, we have written the complete code. This is the code for getting the days on which you can come to the office. Now, if you see in each and every statement, if else statement, you can see the Friday is getting repeated, because for Friday actually there is no condition, because all the employees are allowed. So ideally what we can do, we can remove this Friday statement from all the if statements and we can put it outside. We can put it after else, so that the number of lines of our code will decrease, because for this Friday we don't have any condition, because all people with any age group are allowed on Friday. Okay, so if some person with age 23 comes to our system, then he will be shown Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from here. Then this thing will be skipped by the compiler, because we have entered if statement and we have executed that, and finally compiler will print Friday. And similar will happen for the all things. So for else if also it will be executed and finally Friday will be shown. So Friday is kind of default for all the cases. Okay, so let's execute this code and let's see whether it works correctly or not. So let me clear the terminal. Let's compile this and let's run this. So let's enter gender as male and let's enter age as 24. So you can see that it is showing us that you are allowed on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday. Let's enter age as male and let's enter age group as, suppose, age as 37. So now it is showing us that you are allowed on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Let's enter the age which is a non-prime number, okay, and which is between 35 to 50. So let's enter age as, suppose, 48. So it is showing us Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, first half and Friday. Okay, so our program is working perfectly.